Buying the wrong type of detached home or in the wrong location will be one of the worst financial decisions of your lifetime. It will take you decades to recover financially. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how you can spot these bad detached homes. Let's dive in. The first thing is buying a home on the main road. Imagine owning a detached home on George Ferguson Way or on Marshall Road. These are main roads where there is traffic going in both directions 24/7. Not only that, imagine if your parents have young children, or you wouldn't feel comfortable letting your kids play in the front driveway or in the front yard area. Another thing a lot of people forget about is imagine having to drive in and reverse out of your driveway. Those are things that can become painful. Another thing a lot of people don't realize is when you open your home windows when you live on a main road, all you're ever going to hear is traffic passing by in both directions, sirens, and even worse, you're going to be craving for the peace and quiet that you initially wanted. Another thing that occurred to me last year was I was driving by on a main road here in Abbotsford, and what I saw was someone got into a car accident and their car actually ended up in the garage of someone else's home. Imagine that, opening your garage door to take your car out and all you see is someone else's car there. That's another thing a lot of people don't realize. The next thing is buying a home that backs onto the highway. Imagine trying to enjoy your backyard space, but all you ever hear is noises of semi-trucks and traffic both directions. That's something that you cannot change. You can change the interior color of your home, the kitchen, but getting rid of the highway noise, forget about it. Another thing a lot of buyers don't realize is when you buy a home that backs onto the highway, that impacts your future resale value. When I'm working with clients that are looking at homes, these are the type of homes that they hate and we always avoid. Number 3, homes near the railway track. Yes, folks, this still happens where people buy homes, but all of a sudden they don't realize or they forget that there's a railway track next to their home or only a block away. Imagine laying in bed at 2 a.m. and all you hear is the choo-choo train going by your home. Number 4, buying a home with an awkward driveway. This could be a home with a sloping driveway that goes up or either down. Last year, I remember showing a home to a client here in East Abbotsford and it had a really awkward driveway. This is what it was. It was a home located on a panhandle lot. It literally felt like you had to drive forever going down. The worst part of this would be, imagine if you had to walk up or take your garbage can up, you would be out of breath. The next thing is buying a home right next to a school. A lot of people don't realize this can be busy 10 months out of the year. You would have a lot of traffic front to your home and on your road at 8 a.m. and at 3 p.m. during pickups. For some people, they would enjoy it, but for some folks like you, it might be annoying. Another awkward place to buy a home is near power lines. A lot of people don't realize when you buy a home near power lines, you're buying these homes usually for $40,000 to $60,000 cheaper. But once you go to sell, your home is going to sell $40,000 to $60,000 below what other homes might be selling in better locations as well. Another bad location is buying your home next to a fire station. Firefighters are people that have to attend calls at all times of the day. So imagine owning a home right next to the fire station. You're going to be getting woken up constantly and it's not going to be your alarm clock. Number 8, bad floor plans. Here's what I mean. There are some homes that I've toured here in the Fraser Valley and Abbotsford and they have awkward living areas. This is what I mean. When you go to the main living space, there's only 2 bedrooms. And for a lot of growing families, they need a minimum of 3 to 4 bedrooms for their personal use. And another thing a lot of people don't realize is when these homes have a bedroom in the basement, it takes away from the potential of adding a suite or renting your home out. Other things could be small bedrooms, a small kitchen, a sloping backyard. Another thing could be buying a home that backs onto green space. You literally have no backyard. Another thing common here in the Fraser Valley or Abbotsford is buying a home in a floodplain. This is something that's coming more and more into light. There is an area here in Abbotsford near the Huntington border where those homes that are located in this area are located in the floodplain. But what happens, folks, as we're going through a climate change, whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. This is an area where people are getting, it feels like, yearly notices to evacuate or watch out for potential floods. Number 10, looking at homes that need a lot of renovations. If you're buying your first detached home, I doubt that you have the professional experience or money or time and energy it will take to renovate a home. Right now, there are some homes that haven't been renovated in 20, 25, or 30 years, and it needs a lot of love. One of the things people might forget is, yes, the home might need a new roof, the water piping needs to be replaced, the kitchen needs an update, the bathrooms, the bedrooms, the exterior of the home, it all needs love. This is a home that could end up costing anywhere between $100,000 to $200,000 above for those renovations. So those are things that you need to consider before buying a home or considering a home that needs significant upgrades. A better alternative might be is looking at a home that is recently renovated. It might cost you a little bit more. You save yourself a lot of time, energy, financially, and the stress. Here are a couple of tips that you can consider that will not only protect you, but will make your home buying process a lot smoother. The first thing is review the title search. When we're helping buyers, we send the title search to the lawyer where they review all the easements, covenants on title. There's an easy explanation for all of the charges on title. The next thing is read the property disclosure statement. Look at if the sellers have made any disclosures about any renovations that they have done without permits or any water leaks that might have occurred in their home in the last year or so. One of the best ways to mitigate all of your risks when you're buying a new home is getting a professional home inspection done for your new home. And here's the reason why. If you hire the right home inspector, they are going to save you thousands of dollars of potential liabilities that you might be taking on. They're going to do exterior walkthrough of the property. They're going to look at the interior. They're going to look at the roof, the attic, test all the appliances, give their opinion on the electrical, appliances, and the list goes on. But not only that, when you're working with the right home inspector, they're going to do an infrared scan of your home where they can detect potential hidden water leaks or things that the seller might not had even known about. You're spending $600 now to save you thousands of dollars of potential liabilities that you might take on. One of my bonus tips here is talk to the neighbors. If you look at a home that you like and you see neighbors in the driveway, ask them what has their experience been living here, what they like or dislike. The last thing is work with a professional realtor like myself and my team where we can help and spot these things out for you. But we're going to tell you all of the areas or locations that you want to live in or avoid. If you want help buying your home properly, all you have to do is scroll down and click the first link in the description below to book a meeting with my team and I. On this call, we'll listen to everything that's important to your home search. We'll map out the home buying journey, things that you want or don't want, and we'll recommend the safest neighborhoods across Abbotsford. Because when you skip this step, usually what happens is people buy the wrong home with the wrong floor plan, wrong location, and they have a money pit that they can't get rid of, or they might be looking at losing thousands of dollars. Quick question for you. Let me know what's a deal breaker for you. If you enjoyed my content, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button. I'm Gary Dhindsa, and I'll see you next week.